Suzume reached out to me the other day and asked me if I would show these guys to you and let you know what I think. I'm not getting paid to do this, but I was in need of a new wrench set or two. I got metric and SAE, and at first blush I think I'm gonna like them. Let's take a closer look. So check this out. Like I said, at first blush, they look very nice. The fit and finish, they're made of chrome vanadium, good quality steel. And the fit and finish reminds me of the professional wrenches that I used to use back when I was a mechanic. And I did some mechanicing for several years, and I think that qualifies me to kind of do a review. They are ratchet. They're also swivel head. The cool thing about the swivel head is that you can tighten it up if you need to, if you think it's too loose, which is nice. So I've already tested these out a little bit. The ratchet's nice and strong. It holds. I've not had any of them slip. Again, like I say, the fit and finish is nice, and I really like the gunmetal. Compare it to the fit and finish of this other well-known tool. I'm not going to show you the name on purpose, but I've had this ratchet slip on just about every one of these. So these are going to be relegated to the house now, and I'll keep these down here. Something else about this set that's really cool, you get 12 of each, 12 metric, 12 standard. There's 12. In this set, you only get 8 each. So you get a wider range, which is always good, especially in the metric. If you're doing mechanic work, goes up to 19 millimeter. That's very, very handy. I actually had to buy a 17 millimeter combination wrench from that very expensive tool truck that we all know and love if we've done any knuckle busting. Now, one thing that I find very important, one of the most important things about a wrench set, is its strength. If you've ever been working underneath the hood of a car in the engine compartment, or underneath the car and wrenching on something and had one of these open-end wrenches slip and bust your knuckles, that's why they call them knuckle busters. You know the frustration and the pain, and you know the tendency to invent a whole new expletive vocabulary. So I've not had these slip. I've tried them. They're nice and tight. I want to check the strength out real quick. You're not going to do this test or most people wouldn't use this test on their tools, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to see how good it is. Like I said, one of the important things is these staying put, and there are two reasons this will come off a nut or a bolt. One is it's too slick and it's not sized right. Number two is the jaws on these will spread a little bit. So I'm going to check that for strength, and I'm going to check the wrench itself for strength. Putting this on this cast iron bedway. I'm not getting any flex on the jaws themselves. The only flex is coming, what little flex there is coming from the wrench itself, and that's to be expected. And like I said, most people wouldn't do a test like this to try to break a tool, but I got to show you.
either side.
It moved a little,
You'll have to put the second one in before
but
we
it's
do
pretty
that.
tight. Got good bite. Ratchet mechanism doesn't slip, that's good. I like it. So I need to put this extension table on my table saw, and that means I've got to take my fence rail off. And of course, Paramedic had to use the 10mm for this. Somehow I flipped the nut or the wrench. Only got one left. Okay, so far so good. Now I'll show you again when I put it back together. Okay, time to put this back together. There we go. The hardest part's getting them started. Now the only problem with taking this off and having to put it back on is I had my fence centered perfectly on that ruler. So I'm going to have to try to get it back there. tricky part. Goes right. I don't want to break the bolts, I don't want to break the wrench, but I want to test it well too. Like I said, I'm very satisfied with these. I really am. The finish looks nice and slick, but it actually has a tactile feel to it, so it doesn't slip in your hand, and I like that. It has a good feel. That's the good. So what's the bad? It's not really a bad, but it depends on your perspective, I suppose. They tout this carrying case as being really handy. I found one of them difficult to open. In fact, I broke part of it away trying to open it up over on the standard side. No, the metric side. The standard one, when I took it out of the package, you can see this is broken up here. So these wrenches have some heft to them, and I don't think this plastic is gonna hold up for carrying them around a whole lot. But that's all right. I'm not gonna be carrying them around in the shop anyway. They say that the ratchet in those is good for 20,000 uses. That seems, I don't know, did they really test that? I have no clue. I looked all over to see what kind of warranty they had. I can't find one at all. Good tool manufacturers, even the one that's forged and ugly, come with a lifetime guarantee. These apparently do not. For some, that may be a deal breaker. Not for me. They're normally like $90 on Amazon. I'll put a link to the description below. I'm going to see if I can get you a viewer discount, and if I can, I will add that code to the screen and put it in the description below. So sorry it wasn't a turn-in video, but thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're in the need for a decent wrench set, this one should fit your bill. So I know I'm going to get some use out of it. I already have. Y'all come back.